Women's home companion. I think my mom had one of those, but she called it something else. A word to the wise, because shut up and do I say was too on the nose. Marsha started this, Marsha started that. Marsha. The hunt. Oh, I have a tape for this video already.
It wasn't really a plot against George Peters, but I'll admit it might have looked that way.
At least
the morning his wife Jane stopped by for coffee. We had just been in our new house 2 weeks, and I was still ecstatic over everything.
From the asbestos-filled walls to the rhoda-infested basement.
Well, how do you like it?
There's only one word for it.
Adequate.
Terrific.
You know, I'm so proud of it, it's almost indecent of me. I can
In
hardly
fact,
wait
got
to
charged
show
with
it
third-degree
off.
smug
Week from Friday
yesterday.
night.
Well, you go ahead and be indecent. Gal's got a right to enjoy her first housewarming party. Sure wish I was having one.
And
You having many
indecent act,
people?
right?
Well, not a mob, if that's what you mean. Just you, the Crawfords, the Slagles.
The Huxtables, the
Martins, a
Jetsons,
couple
the
of
Browns,
others.
the Waynes, the Flintstones, the Wenslows, the
Hey.
list goes on.
Why so sad? And this isn't the first time I've noticed it.
Oh, nothing, really.
And she breaks into
Not
song.
very convincing, Jane girl. Whatever it is, I've got just the cure for it. There's
Cocaine.
A sensational sale going on at Watson's. A new hat would be the ideal tonic for you. I'm going
Or a
down
tonic
this
from
afternoon
Bioshock.
for a
I suggest the
small
murder of
spree.
crows.
How about coming with me?
Oh, I wish I could, but it's just impossible. You've no idea how much I've got to do. Remember, I haven't got your dream kitchen to make things easier. Mine's strictly the nightmare type.
Kitchen nightmares, huh?
And I wish
I know
George
someone
would
who
do
could help you with
something
that.
about it. All he's done so far is talk, and not with any real enthusiasm.
About
And I
moving
found him in the
it.
garage with the car
We've
running and a
looked
rag
at
in the
couple of
exhaust
older
pipe
houses,
for
but
some
that's
reason.
no improvement. We've got an older house.
Sounds like you
If
need
only there
a
was
home
some way of
improvement.
really selling George on the idea.
I hate myself sometimes.
The fifth freedom, maybe. Freedom from unnecessary drudgery.
Freedom from bras.
Freedom to go shopping when the urge hits you. Or when there's
Freedom
a
to
sale
spend your
going
husband's
on.
money frivolously while you stay at
Sale or
home
no
jobless
sale,
chatting
I'm
with your
swamped.
girlfriend.
Besides, my mother's been quite ill in Cleveland, and I've been thinking about taking the weekend off to visit her.
I was
Gotta
going
get
to
my
take a
clothes in the
steamer
dryer.
to Cleveland.
I'll show you a couple of my prized beauties.
She's going to show off her presidential busts made of
This
Laundryland.
setup makes any day wash day for me. And I can do my drying in any kind of weather.
Even
with
in
a
Gears of
gas
War
dryer.
razor hail weather?
It couldn't be easier. It's completely automatic.
I remember seeing this washer in the magazine ad.
Bam
Oh,
Margera was
too,
doing
isn't it?
kickflips
That's
over
right.
it.
Isn't there a little colored guide light that follows the operation through the various stages?
Yes. I know exactly what's happening.
Fuck all.
I don't even
Oh,
have to
she
watch a
wasn't
clock.
referring to this video. My bad.
Wait a minute.
You forgot to tell me
You
how
say you're
awesome I
going to
am
visit
for
your
having a
mother this
kitchen.
weekend. You know, Janie, my girl, this might prove a very fortunate trip for you. And just for kicks, don't get too far ahead in your housework.
God forbid
now, why
you do
should you have to
something.
lay out everything all nice and ready for George and Jimmy, down to the last egg and can of salmon?
It's almost as if you care about
no,
them.
I couldn't. I'd have to make things easy for them. After all,
After all
They're
you've been
idiots.
going through, this might be the awakening for friend George. The big bright dawn.
The
Might do
breaking
him
dawn,
a
if you
world
will.
of good to be left all alone with Jimmy for 2 or 3 days.
So that I can swoop in and...
your kitchen.
nothing.
Well, Jane
the hell
finally
am
got
I?
off for Cleveland. Still not too certain she was doing right by leaving George and Jimmy by themselves.
So she
Even though
locked them in
George
their
was
rooms with a couple
absolutely
boxes
sure
of
they'd get
cereal
along
and
just
hope for the
fine.
best.
That's what he said. Just fine.
Wait, this isn't how to summon Cthulhu.
And now to add just a little bit of sawdust.
Oh, fuck it. And now just a touch of rat poison.
Of course, when you leave a man to his own devices, he's apt to think of something fancy, like curried chicken with rice.
Or ordering a pizza.
But in this case, George not only should have done a little more thinking about his recipe, but should have kept his eyes on the stove as well. Now, if he had just let his rice simmer instead of boiling. But frankly, I doubt if
Oh, the
George
face
knew
I make
how
when I
to
remember
bring
people
things to
still
a
like the
simmer.
Nostalgia Critic. Gonna make you bleed, Lemon. Gonna make you pay.
Well, maybe it was the mess, and maybe it was just the temperature outside. But
Or
George
the
thought he
menopause.
could use a little cooling off. A nice, icy lemonade would be just right.
This is me when I realize I'm out of orange soda. Where's the orange soda? Where's the fucking orange soda? And to put salt in the wound, they're out of leftover meatloaf.
When am I gonna eat?
What's this ice tray here? There's no ice in it.
And there's no lime in the
Oh,
coconut.
I guess
How am I
I
supposed to
forgot
drink
to
them all
fill it.
up?
Sometime you might ask George, how far is a mile?
And sometimes you may ask George why he's doing his Hunchback of Notre Dame impression.
Backyard garbage pail.
And the killing spree begin.
Now, like many men tackling a problem, George was very efficient.
What?
Very. The smart way to do dishes was 2 meals at a time.
Man, why did we rent the spare room to a marching band? Quick air group.
Jimmy, did you have to take a bath this time of day? I'm gonna drop a hot water in the sink. I got a stack of dishes here a mile high. I'm gonna be here till midnight. What's the matter with you?
And the entire block simultaneously called Child Services. Gee, maybe you can't open it because your arm is on the door! Dad, are you done hamming it up yet? Gonna hit you with this, yes.
I love how the father looks at him like he just invented a wheel.
And as the cheery music plays,
Jane
George
had
starves
been
to
away
death
for
because he can't
all of
open a
2.5
cabinet door.
days. But the way she was welcomed back by George...
Dear God,
you'd
never
think
leave him
she'd
in the
been
house
gone a
alone
month.
again. You think you're so special with your door opening.
Well,
Oh, we'll be there early enough. The others aren't coming till 7.
7 o'clock next Thursday. I don't know why we started dressing now.
Look, I still have a couple of little things to do, but it'll only take a minute or so.
Your famous sweet potato casserole.
Only this time with shredded pineapple.
Once again, George is
instead of
befuddled by
orange juice.
basic kitchen
You two go over
appliances.
and sit at the table. Don will be back in a few minutes, George. He's doing some last-minute shopping for me.
Duh, George like food.
Oh, hey, I almost forgot the big news. I went out to Pond Ridge with Helen Baker today, and I broke 50 for the first time on 9 holes.
50 likes
now, wait a minute, Howard. You mean to tell me that with this big shindig here staring you in the face, you still had time for golf?
Nothing to it. With this kitchen, it's a breeze. Come on over. Look at some of the evidence. By the way, did you know that this kitchen won an award from the Woman's Home Companion?
Huh?
First, I preheat the oven before I put the body in. Preheating
really,
is a
they thought
very
of
important
everything.
step. People always forget that.
I just love the convenience and modern styling of this built-in gas range.
Hey, Alice, aren't you going to light the oven?
Or sell them in the
Couldn't
fire,
have to. It's
Lehman.
completely automatic. You'll never guess what this sauce is for the baked ham. Equal parts of grape jelly and light mustard, blended and simmered.
And just a
And this
teaspoon
burner
of
does it
Jaeger.
without scorching. Anyone care for a spot of grapefruit juice to tide you over?
Yeah.
Incidentally, one of the things I love about this refrigerator is that it turns out ice circles and puts them in a bowl for you, all by itself.
Almost makes
Continuous
not
ice
having
circles.
aspirations worth
Yeah?
it.
Really?
Aren't you taking a chance of staining that counter with fruit juice?
No danger with Formica. Won't ever stain.
Won't ever let you down,
That's the
girl.
greatest help, George. Hanging the things you need where you need them. In
He
fact,
really is Encino Man,
this
isn't he?
whole kitchen was designed for efficiency and convenience.
That's what I like. Solid and sturdy as steel.
And
so easy
thick,
to
like
keep
George's
clean, too.
skull.
Hey, what's this?
Oh, automatic flour dispenser. Very handy. Here, I'll show you how it works.
Hey, what's going on
Yeah, I
here?
won't bother. That'd be like trying to explain how a computer is to a
We're a
monkey.
little early. Oh, that's good.
I've been showing them around.
Oh, good, darling. Hello, Jane.
Hi. Oh, Don, will you get rid of these for me while I sort this stuff?
Well, you might have
George
trust little
included.
George in the service. Here, come on, George. I'll show you how it works. This is really for me, chum. What is it? Well, it's a simple gas disposer.
Also known in some circles
Takes
as a
care of all
trash
the
can.
waste. The brightest, shiniest bride could use this gizmo. Yeah? That's great. And that also goes for this automatic water heater. Two temperatures from the same tank at the same time.
Warm
Now,
and cold.
Now, this pipe here, it gives you hot water for the bathroom and for the kitchen sink.
And for burning your hands
But
on
the
while
other
saying,
pipe,
unclean,
this one gives you
unclean.
really hot water for clothes and for dishes to make them really clean. Wow. Both anytime you want.
Oh man, he almost beat his
Look,
time for not hurting himself.
George, if you're really interested in this layout, the man that set it up for us is a good friend of ours, Ed Stevens. Yeah? He's going to be here tonight. Yeah, just in case you'd have anything to ask him. Yeah.
Like anything else a 10-year-old would know. So I ripped his throat out, and he's begging me for mercy, so I...
Well, all I want to say is that Don's little suggestion turned into a rather interesting and provocative
They're eating the rat poison.
conversation.
Quick, get the car!
And Ed Stevens is a handy man with figures and ideas. It certainly looked like progress was being made when we
Okay,
peeked in
here's the
on
money
it.
to your crippling debt. I mean, house.
Well, that's the way it worked out.
Okay, here's the
And as
money
I
to your
mentioned
crippling
before,
debt. I
it
mean,
wasn't
house.
a plot against George. Well, you don't think Jane and I would do something like that, do you?
And then George immediately sets the house on fire, causing a chain reaction of explosions, destroying the entire town, leaving hundreds homeless. The end.
Well,
Oh, come
folks,
on, it said the
I'll leave it
end!
up to
That's
you
it, no
whether
more
the
fucking
gal
PSAs.
fits me
Fuck
or
this,
not.
I'm doing something
But that's
else.
another story. This new dream house is a happy ending to our story. Why don't you drop around and talk with the men who can make your dream of a new home come true?
Yeah,
The
and how
best
about you
most
bite me?
reputable builders in your area are here to help you. They're standing by right now in the booth, sponsored by your local Home Builders Association, to discuss plans and prices with you.
And if you
Believe
don't have
me,
one of those
a
in your
few
town,
minutes
then you're
now
screwed, and it
can
kind of
lead
sucks to
to
be
a
you.
whole lifetime of happiness. Happy home building.
Yes, the things you saw in this video were featured indeed in this video. Republic Steel, no, we don't make Star Wars pornos. Stop asking us, you pervs.